Hello there, how you doing? Jeff D, AIMCBizSolutions.com, Mass Professional Networking. How is everyone doing today on this fine April day? So, you probably own a business, or you're looking for a job, or you're just simply wanting to meet people the under the covers way or under the radar, right? But you hate professional networking, or you hate social media, and you ask your question yourself, why do I really need to go to a networking event? I go to a networking event, everybody's trying to sell me something. Or why do I need to do social media? It's all drama out there. But in all reality, you do need both in order to build your business or build your brand. Now, I'll start with networking. Yes, sometimes you go to a networking event and you come away with, geez, was that a waste of my time or not? It depends on the event you go to. But in the reality and in the business world today, people do business with who they know, like, and trust. You hear that a lot. You hear about know, like, and trust. That's the classic, you need to build relationships. And the only real place to do that is at a networking event. It's not necessarily at a bar or a restaurant. It can happen there to a smaller degree, but really at a networking event, people are there to help each other and to do the same thing you're doing. They're looking to know, like, and trust people. Now, I have a strong testament to that. With my executive search business that I do, and as well as my marketing and health and wellness, that almost every time I've actually landed business or landed a client or landed a candidate or whatever was with somebody I met physically in person at a networking event. There's also a lot of ways you can do it under the radar with email marketing and posting on social media or even cold calling, but there's nothing like in person, and that's why it's really important for you or a designee of your company, maybe in the marketing department, to be out there and to be visible at events physically because of the relationship building. All right, so that's networking. So, and I'll say one more last thing about that. You go to an event, and it's always the quality versus the quantity. I've gone to some big events. I've held some big events. And then last week, just ironically, I went to an event, walked in the door, and there was not many people there. I was like, oh shoot, there's nobody here. It was a rainy day, rainy Boston day, so probably a lot of people couldn't make it because of the weather. But you know what? I came away with meeting probably 7 or 8 very qualified people. And I'm building relationships with them. So that's my last little tip with networking events. It's not necessarily the size of the event, it's the quality of the people there. And it's up to you to take advantage of that. It's not that person. So, and then going into social media, and I get this. I get this one. I get it. There's a lot of like wasted time on social media. Everything from politics to people's drama. People taking pictures of themselves and selfies and look at me. I get that. Social media is sometimes it's a painting, but you really can't live without it, especially if you're just starting your business. You have to build your brand. You have to educate your connections. You have to build your connections, and that's where social media is important. You maintain your connection to the people that you're trying to attract or the people you're serving or helping, and that's where you need to use social media to a different advantage versus the drama. If you have a small business in the let's say you open a brick and mortar business in your town, really reality, what I would do, I would get on some of the localized platforms, Facebook, Alignable. It's good in particular, even Instagram, and in some degree LinkedIn, depending on the business, and start connecting and building relationships on social media with the people that you want to do business with, the people that you can help. And that's where what I would say is, social media, use it to your advantage. Look at the time you spend there and then that would be the best way to use it. So there are businesses out there that survive without social media. Think about any trade type of business. Yeah, does an electrician or a plumber need to be on social media? Nah, not really. I mean, they can use it to educate their consumers and for reach. But if you're like that small business that just opened up in some shopping center that people zip by and they don't know anything about you, think about that one. You're going to have some way to reach your clientele, and that's social media and, of course, professional networking. So the end of the question is, yes, you do need both. That's the way it is today. And if you need any help, any guidance, by all means, we got tons of programs with Mass Professional Networking, with Professional Networking, and, of course, with AIMC Biz Solutions with social media. So have a great day. Jeff D, AIMCBizSolutions.com. Get networking.